Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda. Off here to an exciting Propagandacast with me, my co-host Basil the Kitty Cat, currently purring gently on my chest and right arm. On the north, we got Jibber fighting for the Oberkommand West Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 21st Panzerdivision featuring Grand Offensive Elite Armored and Luftwaffe Ground Forces. In the south it is Learn to Play fighting for the British Army, the Commonwealth. Here with the 51st Infantry Division lining up here for Operation Silly Horse. Another attempted assault there on Caen. But Jibber here with the 21st Panzerdivision spotting attack is already ruining that. So we got special tactical support here with raid sections, designate command vehicles, air resupply operations, fort observation posts, and crocodiles versus again Grand Defensive Elite Armored Luftwaffe. We got a raid section, Universal Carrier here versus Volkskontinent's Sturmpionier and a Kubelwagen. So in a slight way, something similar going on there. Also, very big thanks to Mayor BB for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with hard-earned money. You too can join his illustrious example by donating yourself or pledging my Patreon. Links in the description would make Basil very happy. And I should comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, spread the word of the mighty Propagandacast to as many unsuspecting victims, prospective viewers as possible. First engagement in the West University engaging with its Brenngerne against Sturmpioniere. We can't really do much to respond back to it. In the centre, we've got the Fulton moving up there. And these, we've got the Kubelwagen roaming forward, so looking to disrupt here, Learn to Play's early game. Second raid section there, which are they equipped in ghillie suits. Not entirely sure the British infantry make much use of that in World War II. For the infantry, that is. But here we are, they're getting access to the Vickers K-Light machine gun. They get Molotovs, sprint, and they can also lay down mines. They're quite flexible for infantry. Though they do lack the cover bonuses of the section, regular section. All the way for University being pushed back here. Pushing up with the raid section there. Supporting, and they got the Kubelwagen pushing further forward here. More disruption. More raids, you will, here against the British player and his chaps there. More forces around to assist here against Learn to Play's Northern Force here. So far, the raid section there is proving to be tactically formidable here for Jibber to deal with, and is drawing in more and more attention there. We'll have to see how many raid sections he goes for. It's actually fairly rare to see a British player go for raid section. So, kinda neat to see there, kinda neat. Panzer facility here for Jibber with a grand offensive. Featuring Panzerfusilierer, smoke bombs, Sturmgewehr 44, the Panzer Commander, and the Command Tiger. And we get a third raid section. Wowza. Really committing hard here to the raid sections. Basil is very impressed at that. Very impressed. And he's a cat. The only thing that truly impresses him is chicken. Kubelwagen here is the section in the east. Bit of skirmishing there. Section of the base in the centre, and the west got a raid section moving up there as well. Got bombs, we got weapon racks. You could theoretically research. You probably will go for the weapon racks at some point. You're going to equip them with the Vickers K's there. Following forward, got the investors coming up in the west. In the centre, got the section near us, the Panzerfusilierer. Trying getting some kills with their K-90Ks. The Lee Enfields are not quite doing as much. You've got the folks of the section as well. Then Heavy Cavalry's going to have a slightly harder time. But here the section... Oh, it's actually regular section, not the raid section. Up north, though, Learn to Play, snug around. They're hitting Jibber's fuel point there. Thumbs up. Second Panzer squad here for Jibber. Kubelwagen going to assist, but the fighting around here, I think, is really where Jibber, I think, should just consider disengaging at this point. Like, he's being bogged down, but also crucially, there's just not a lot of great terrain to attack through here. And also, I think, additionally... Why is he really gaining from this engagement? Like, his fuel point is being lost. He's not making much progress towards the other fuel point either. And, like, even just, like, tying up his opponent, I feel like he'd be tying up his opponent in more tactically favourable terrain there. So I think that was just a less than amazing engagement there for Jibber for those reasons. And now, again, his opponent at least briefly gets both fuel points, which is great for the British player, but definitely could become a nightmare here for Jibber if this is allowed to go on for too long. Samples on the way there for Learn to Play. Vickers K, they're mounting the Vickers K, they're doing a lot of damage to the German infantry. North their point being seized with the Kubelwagen back. Note, I do not know if the British actually make use of the Vickers K on the Universal K. I know they use them, for example, for the SAS in North Africa. and stuff like that. But I think, like, you know, stuff like this, it'd be more likely just be, well, using Bren guns mounted up there, or a 50 cal anti-tank gun. I know the ratchet reflecting mounted Bren gun there, or the light machine gun on top there, then have an anti-tank rifle firing out of that little slit up front. Fun fact there, by the way. Sturm unit catching the section there. Punch was the section there as well. Punch was being out there. Battle group headquarters yet to go up. All mechanized rating, of course, could be surprised there from Jibber. Meanwhile, on the west side, he's making better progress here versus the British. Folks getting the sappers. East side, better progress there. Got the section retreating there. Big push here as Learn to Play strikes back here at Jibber's western encroachment on British Imperial soil. East got the punches to the raid section there. Light skirmish. Truck gets us set up there. But definitely should get that going soon so we can start to upgrade those panzers as soon as possible. The faster we can get those upgraded, the better for Jibber and the worse for his British opponent. On the west, if skirmishing continues there. A lot of infantry versus a lot of infantry. No sign of immediate progress. The UKF, of course, arrives to tip the scales, I think, in favour of Learn to Play. Jib's going for the mechanized ring. They've got an AC Mark III here for Learn to Play, so looks like going to be looking at some armoured cars here on both sides. Pumas versus ACs. Maybe it looks, maybe not. Definitely not an entirely standard Orbital Command versus Brit match here. Sturm is caught in this little ditch, and I'll quickly send packing here above the Universal Carrier. Fun fact, they actually had a bigger version of the Universal Carrier known as the Lloyd Carrier, which is primarily just used like as a tractor and stuff like that, but they did have a bigger version. This one really was just, well, a tractor, weapons platform, infantry transport, reconnaissance vehicle. Like, it served a lot of purposes, and as mentioned, saw service in the Soviet Army as well. But I do believe they actually kind of liked it. You see, they're almost done. For Learn to Play, mechanized round up there for Jibber and the 21st Panzer Division. Big push to defend the fuel pond there from the Allies. Learn to Play, they've got some great map tools as Jibber at the moment. There we go, first upgrade ready here for Jibber's Panzer Fusileer. In most cases, they're here with some suppressive fire, but still managed to render the fuel pond there neutral, denying Jibber again that crucial fuel income. AC Mark III has arrived there for Learn to Play. Let's see if Jibber goes for the looks or for the Puma here. Note that Learn to Play's keeping his AC Mark III so far in reserve. Maybe some. No, he's going for the Puma anyway. It's good. Probably anticipating there's going to be an AC out. If he goes for the looks anyway, he's going to have the Puma out first. Meaning, if his opponent does respond with the AC, great. And if there's an AC out already, also great. Now definitely knows there is. So Puma here is, in pretty much every situation, the optimal choice there for Jibber. The Puma, aka the 234-2 Schwerer Panzerspielwagen. There's a total of 4 versions of the 234 armoured car. Fun fact.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Puma almost done. Puzzling for the western point there. But yeah, Learn to Play so far, still maintaining excellent map control there. And we got the weapon racks, and of course this means Vickers case are being had to the range sections, well, the ones you can afford anyways. Oh, and there we go, finally managed to land a surprise here on the Universal Carrier, taking out their head, finally reached Ace-Low as well there, so really good investment there for Learn to Play before I lost it there. And definitely a huge threat to Jibber, and probably one of the main reasons why Jibber just has such poor map control is just, again, the sheer power that the Universal Carrier there with the Vickers K can exert there. Looks like Bassel's had enough for now. Puma engaging the AEC there, getting some great hits on this 50mm gun. In terms of effectiveness, it was roughly compared to that of the Panzer IIIs there with their 50mm guns. Fun fact. 6-pounder gun there for Learn to Play to help deal with the Puma, as his AC is definitely a bit outgunned there. While it is an armoured car, at close range the sections can still get some damage in there. 6 Panagon almost done. MD-34 here for Jibber to help deal with Learn to Play's infantry. Still needs to get more pressure on the field and of course secure himself some more resource. I mean, particularly these points right next to his base are right for the taking. Should definitely get the Kubang to seize that, honestly, instead of like having it over here in the combat sections, or sectors. He should be using it, I think, to grab away more territory on the east. MG-34 they're almost done here for Jibber and the German army, the 21st Panzer Division, which had been, by the time of Normandy, rebuilt after being, well, more or less destroyed in North Africa, specifically around Tunisia. Though they did struggle a bit with getting adequate resources, specifically tanks and armoured fighting vehicles. For example, by the time of Normandy, it lacked a Panther battalion, had to make do with one from the 2nd Panzer Division. And also didn't have any half-tanks at all, though they managed to grab some French ones and up-armour them. Plus a lot of assault guns and self-propelled artillery, so it was a rather unique division in Normandy. Pum then getting the raid section. 6 Panagon gun AC there at the ready as well. Finally, all sides dispatch forces into the east again here, very good. And again, much easier than I just have to talk about the Universal Care just being able to shut it down. Need to pop a grenade there. British though pop a Molotov here first, and the Panzers are getting absolutely multi by the double because they're wielding troops. But there you go. Once flanked, they are quick to send packing, and easy. They got the section to deal with the Germans, so they slow them down. And the centre section pinned down to the ground, begging for sweet help, or at least a nice cup of tea. Please, we need reinforcements, or at least some biscuits.
To take a point from us.
Back here we got Learn to Play taking up, thumbs up, pulling out there on his advantage versus the Germans. I think is an excellent idea. Points this being seized here by Jibber and the German army. Kuban there to 2 byways, they're good. Puma there with 3 kills, close to veterans 1. Great hit from the 6 Panagon gun there. Punches cleanly through the Puma. Second shot misses, they see driving in to get Panther fast, obviously could then possibly deal with the Puma there, but well-timed smoke deployment there saves AC from one blown-up armoured car. Check for Jibber, sehr gut. Sturmpier got the point, he also got the path to the fuel point over there. I think that'd be at least worth probing. Sandbags in the centre. Puma hold back for repairs, no repair pioneers yet there. And the Sturmpioneer are moving in to fix up the Kugelwagen. And if it was the AC, sandbags done. Not sending him to grab that fuel point. I feel like it's a slightly missed opportunity here by Mr. Jibber. In fact, we sent the Kugelwagen up to grab it while the Sturmpions then fixed it. So, slight consideration there, I would say, from my perspective. He's been more focused on treating the Sturmpioneer to fix it up, so he clearly doesn't want to spend resources on that, which I can't fault him for. I really feel like he should be pushing out the fuel point, at least get probing it. Get another push forwards there. In this case, I think he's actually using the AC just to deploy the smoke in there, which is actually pretty clever there. thumbs up. Most players just use it like, get a vehicle out of there, but in this case, he actually used it to screen an infantry advance, which is actually some fairly advanced level stuff there. So, thumbs up there to Learn to Play. Thumbs up. Belgrove headquarters. I would have figured Schwerpanzer headquarters here, which then makes this slightly more strange. It doesn't like you need to pop it anyways, but oh well. Minor complaint there. Unless we got British forces moving up there, looking to outflank here Jibber's western positions, but we've got 2 infantry squads in position, though without heavier firepower support, the AEC I think will ultimately overturn here Jibber's western flank. Puma's almost good to go, this is almost good to go. Oh yeah, the left flank is collapsing here. And Learn to Play is able to push straight for the fuel point and then seize it. Worth noting, we haven't actually seen much else, like no air resupply operations. Obviously, no point in photo, so you might consider like command vehicle at some point. But so far, not much out of there from Learn to Play. Eastern Pump makes use of the right section. Medics on the way there for Jibber. Which at least take up then for the Schwerpanzer quarters next. Maybe consider some Obersoldaten here versus Learn to Play. Got the Puma westwards here. Reinforcement healing, Raketenwerfer. Got hammer attacks and weather for learn to play, so not immediately pushing here for Cromwell, probably in part A to the Puma sort of being in these kind of engagements slightly favoured due to having good range and good speed connected, like, you know, just kite the Cromwell. But also imagine he's just feeling like he's so far ahead and get away with it. Of course, this technically gives him more time to like catch up, but it's certainly something worth pointing out there anyways. Back here, troop reinforcing healing, like heading over there, should definitely take up soon. I mean, the fast, for example, typically say sneak in some orbitals out here versus Atlanta play, I think would also be good for him. Puma versus the Sappers. But this particular pile of rocks is proving to be a great ally for the British Empire so far. This has caught up a lot of shots from the Puma there. Big push here by Jibber. That's a full 4 infantry squads. Makes up Panzer for the Volkskongress section there. Quickly realise they're completely outgunned and they just bugger off rather than just face a German execution squad, which I think is the right choice. Vegas reposition to try and perhaps anticipating a flank. Then in fact he is playing up his forces to pull that off exactly. Thumbs up to learn to play then for anticipating that. Take them over for Jibber, though we need to get down that fuel point obviously. There you go. Both punts for the squads here caught by the Vickers machine gun team. They do get smoke bombs. He's then going to turn around and try to charge the position. Otherwise, I don't think it matters too much at that point. Third truck ready. There we go. He's going to push through it. Learn to play there. I think starting to realise, hang on, they might attack us through the smoke. Good lord, those Germans are devious, aren't they? Yeah. It's like that time back in the Ardennes. Bastards. Not attacking through a perfectly good Maginot line. Going here for the EC. A good push here. Almost got the anti-tank completely out of the way here, but not quite enough. Because he can't destroy it there. Need to treat that Panther squad before it gets turned into mincemeat. But still, fairly good push again, making use of the smoke there, though again could have perhaps timed it slightly better, but overall, good work there. Good work. So thumbs up there to Jibber. Eastern Field as well. Now this is a really good situation for Jibber. When he learned to play, he's just being thrown back across most of the points here. He's forced to spend resources to crew up the anti-tank again. And Jibber's got his own tech going on there. That's it. Learn to play can soon hit Jibber here with a Comet tank, which is going to be a significant issue for Jibber.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Jibber could consider also some mines or booby traps if he gets some orbital lamp. Got another cannon effort. Clearly Jibber has read, like, you know, the situation correctly. Like, he's seen no tanks for quite some time. He knows the opponent's got the fuel point lead for some time as well. So chance of becoming here really high. So getting another cannon right now, I think, is tactically the soundest of decision here by Jibber. So thumbs up to that. He could also add a Panzerschreck to the Sturmpionier. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't been upgraded at all. Again, I think part of that is also just the British players not mind at all, despite having additional troops that actually lay down mines. So that is slightly noteworthy there. Slightly noteworthy. In fact, again, neither players laid down mines at all. And there you go, armor car upgrade to command vehicle. Good lord, we've got a promotion! Well, technically only I did, and I have to manage a lot more now.
The gun is not crude, not anymore.
Got the 6-pounder gun.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
East point there, scout of the section. Learns a place there at the defense, but again, once that Comet tank arrives, you should be able to like make a pretty big swing here against Jibber. We'll have to see if Jibber's ready for that. Though again, laying up mines in advance, I think, could do a lot to prepare for such a push there. As if the Comet then hits a mine, Jibber could possibly like threaten to quickly knock it out. Smoke bombs being deployed here by Jibber again. Thumbs up, some nice use of smoke there. I mean, so far both players feel like they've been making fairly good use of smoke there. Not a lot, but you know, when it has been used, has been, you know, fairly competent. So, thumbs up to that. Comet on the way there. Molotov here. Do we get anything else to assist? 9. Punch the reinforcing.
You now have a new comet tank.
And there we go. Comet tank out for learn to play. Section routed.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Got 195 to 370 feet. So, how will Jibber respond to that? Jagdpanzer, Panther, stall for Tiger tank, just go for Panther 4s at Panzerschrecks. I mean, there's numerous lines here that Jibber could take in response to the Comet once he sees it.
Our capture point.
But of course, the big question is, which one does he take?
You'll find it very frustrating up there.
Coming ahead here. Limited infantry support in the sector though, so push for the centre.
Ability is ready for use.
But at this point, Jibber should be very much a ways up against the Comet, so OKW shoots, misses, or fails to penetrate. Nope.
A capture point is being overrun.
Western punch caught there by the MD-34. Comet looking to further probe Jibber's eastern flank, which is so far the weakest part in some ways, though the west one is also quite weak, honestly. Like, both sides are to an extent also focusing heavily on the centre here. Got shot from the Puma there, actually penetrating the armour there. Panzerschreck does not. Technically the Panzerschreck would have much more chance of penetrating than the Puma shot ever would at that range. At least long ranges. Fun fact. You got a raid section coming up that looks like a big push, again exploiting Jibber's, well, tendency to not put much effort on the flanks, but again focus on the centre, so thumbs up the centre to play. Got the EC gun as well there, and I think the Comet's also being moved over there, so he's preparing for like a massive assault in the western fuel point. Jibber, I think, is starting to realise this, starting to shift more forces over there, though again he could also look to exploit this in the east, so he's got multiple points of action, despite not just, you know, counter-attacking immediately into the assault, but he could look to flank it, or he could look to exploit it elsewhere. But so far, Jibber just seems to like, you know, counter-attacking slowly into the path here, hoping that Learn to Play won't commit heavily once he starts seeing resistance. Oh, he's also starting to dispatch at least some forces of the east as well. Good, good. Lying to grab the fuel point there, Puma being pulled back, still no repair pioneers, but it does look like Jibber's planning either Panther here or the Tiger tank. But which of the two is still a bit unclear. Panzer's raid section, backed up the armoured car. The raid section is definitely favoured over the Panzerverteidiger. And the Comet, of course, which just wipes it. And there we go, Jibber commits to the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Smoke deployed there, very good. Eastern Fuming sees that by the Volksgrenadier, sehr good. Could consider replacing his losses with some Obersoldaten or more Panzerverteidiger. I would say both are viable options for varying reasons. Smoke bombs are being deployed by Jibber. I think in part this may also be for reconnaissance purposes, considering the timing. Comet there being snapped at a bit, but nothing significant. German or British counterattacking loss reclaiming the eastern fuel point here from Harry Hahn, sending him packing. Up north here, making use of the smoke to grab the fuel point, hit back at the British, who are a bit confused in the smoke. Good lord, it's certainly turning tonight! Was it foggy? Are we in London? No, James, the Germans are deploying smoke screens. Oh. I thought the air was too breathable anyways to be London. Too breathable by far. And shut up. Fired shot at the 6 Puma there, missed. We got 160 as a Fian-54. He cancels the Panther. He's going to go for the Tiger tank after all. He is going to go for the Tiger, die Tiger. And Obersoldaten. Sehr gut. We'll have to see if it goes for the Infrared Sturmgewehr 44 or the LMG 34. Note they also have Panthers equipped with infrared sights, part of the Panzerdivision Müncheberg and Clausewitz, which are some rather late war Panzer divisions. Sturmpioneer almost wiped out here by the Comet. Medical in the Fort Learn to Play. Smoke deployed here by Learn to Play. Thumbs up. Need to shoot those Panzerverlierer. Decent shot there by the Puma using the aim shot there. Obliterates Paul Lewis. Come from 9 kills from the Puma, take a good hit there. Jibber very close to the TIE tank. Yes, the fuel just needs the manpower. And no, he got delayed a bit there, but we do get the Obersoldaten. And no needed sign of upgrade here, though I'm guessing light machine guns. The light machine gun there. Do you like the machine gun? Pulling forwards with those, seconds away. LMG-34 does tend to be popular. Section trouble with the MG-34 to fairly close ranges. There we go. Command Tiger tank out here for Jibber and the German army. So then from a nearby Schwere Panzerabteilung.
The capture point is being overrun.
In this case, I imagine maybe the 1 and 2nd SS Schwere Panzerabteilung, of which there were 2. One attached to each SS Panzer Corps stationed in Normandy. Position in Normandy. Should have the Pinman machine gun, machinery positioning here. Obersoldaten still not reinforcing. Section caught out in the open by the Tiger tank and its 88mm gun. There we go. Pinman machine being added. Still an upgrade to the Obersoldaten. Almost looks like Jibber's forgotten about them.
Trying to take one of our points.
130 versus 353. I think learn to play me on saving up for the Crocodile. Oh, he hasn't forgotten them, but yeah, I guess it's the light machine gun, so since he's not upgrading them with the infantry assault rifle. I also think Jibber may want to consider like a light infantry Geschütz for some artillery support, and similarly learn to play could benefit from some artillery support by using air resupply operation, perhaps so for the mortar. Plus another anti-tank gun wouldn't hurt him either. Again, that might mess with the crocodiles, so I can see why he may not want to do it now, but he could have done that soon. Oh well. Puma's the AC, neither really hits the other. Got spoken report, the Sturmpi moving in there. Nice flank by there by Jibber. Could have added some Obersoldaten to make this more punchy, honestly, though, particularly with assault rifles. I think this could have been a much more devastating flank there for Learn to Play, but overall, nice flank in the first place. At least he did it. Grenade off them, also the hit. Got the Kenma back from the British. Good hit by the Comet there, good push by Jibber overall, again just by launching a deep flank-ish, or deep-ish flank there. He was able to unseat there, Learn to Play his northern flank, but he is about to hit the Crocodile. Obersoldaten upgraded, ground the centre. Tiger tank could be a bit more active here. Because he's going to deal here with these sections in the centre. There we go, moving ahead for the Tiger tank. But now we got the Crocodile here for Learn to Play, one of Hobart's funnies. A nickname for a series, I believe, of armoured fighting vehicles that was sort of modified for Normandy. You had the AVRE, you had the Crocodile, and you had a variety of other sort of vehicles there, sort of like modified to be able to take part there in the Normandy landings. It's a little fun fact there. Biggest holding up there. Crocodile rolling ahead. No, the actual Crocodile actually had a small trailer behind it with flamethrower fuel in it, but obviously that'd be pretty difficult to make to get work in the game. Bocage is caught with the Tiger tank, though neatly routed here as he delivers a sledgehammer blow there, but that of course means he does have less resist a sledgehammer blow from the British on the left flank, since the Puma is definitely not going to stop that. Though apparently did manage to get a shot through there. The very, very thick frontal arm of the Crocodile. There, a good shot through there, through the side armor there, in the turret ring. With the aim shot, thumbs up there. Titan on the flank is still a bit risky since there's no infantry support here. I mean, say, Learn to Play a mine, which he hasn't. I mean, that could end up poorly for the Titan. Still got the comp engaging. Overall, not saying it's a bad idea to flank at all, just sending in the Tiger entirely unsupported is perhaps a bit much. But he actually managed to push back the Crocodile in the west. Fairly good work there by Jibber. More sappers for Learn to Play. Kuban Bar is eventually free. Thumbs up. He's using it for detection now. And there you go. Infantry sending sandwich here between the Tiger tank and the Puma. The storm of lead and high explosives there unleashed upon the men of the 51st Infantry Division. Good shot there. 5 kills on the Command Tiger. Another kill there with the 88mm gun. We got more smoke bombs being deployed here that again feel like this could also partly be a reconnaissance move. In this case, does actually block the line of sight of the machine gun.
We're losing a capture point.
Lots of forces up north. Could feel like you'd make a more push from north, try to, shall I say, shorten the front lines and sort of like, you know, more cover this part instead of having to cover like a much wider frontage in theory. Seems like he's hesitant to make such a move there. Ooh, that was a close one there for Learn to Play. Really, he was really lucky that didn't happen. That could have been very ugly there for him. Great for Jibber. Commodore flanking about, exposed, hitting some of the more exposed eastern flank elements there. Thumbs up to Learn to Play.
Our capture point.
Fixing up the crocodile there. Target tank gaining message 1. Could hit in the 6-pounder gun there. Tank through it with vicious ease. There we go. Wiped out the entire crew. The Commodore going for the target tank. Sturm Punier nearby. Nice use of over emergency war speed. Sturmpanzer got crushed there without even firing the Panzerwreck. Wow. And now we got the crocodile tank from the other side here. This is turning really ugly for Jibber in a matter of moments. Brutally using the target tank clear up line 5 from the cabin fire. That's really clever there. Thumbs up to Jibber, but yikes, that was nasty. And there goes smoke deployed. This could then allow the crocodile, by the way, to murder the Kettenwerfers. But no, he focuses on treating the retreating Panzer squad. Camp house to get the wipe, but he might also now the crocodile. Whew, that is really some dicey stuff here. Comet there, eventually 214 kills, hauling away the crocodile. Target tank being put back for repairs here. Still no repair pioneers. I think you should actually prioritize that swiftly. And maybe consider some additional armor here. He's sending in the Tiger tank though. We got 104 versus 311. Both British armor pieces there being hauled back, severely dinged up. And worst of all, their tea has gone cold. Plotting cat and the sappers here. Baker's in trouble. Best in G4. Target being pulled back. Needs to upgrade those repair pioneers. I'm still surprised he hasn't done that at this point, honestly. I feel like there's not really many reasons at this stage of the fight here for Jibber to not go for it. It just seems like, you know, an obvious choice. There we go, finally getting around to the repair pioneers there. Fun fact about the mechanics of Normandy, but in fact ones of the SS Panzer Corps were doing such a great job getting the tanks back in action that Sepp Dietrich, you know, the commanding officer of the 1st SS Panzer Corps, would actually proceed to give them Iron Crosses for their absolute service, then just keeping the German tanks in running order. Really showing just how important it is to be able to get your tanks back in action fast. Fix up the Tiger tank. Nine kills first Veteran 2. Smoke bombs employed again here. We got 95 versus 294. Orbs and quality. They still haven't upgraded. That's honestly a bit amazing. Like, honestly, at this point, you should just upgrade them with infinite assault rifles. I feel like. Or at least they've been able to gun done more with them consistently at this point. And they're also quite good. Not quite as much range than MD-34, but like short to mid range, they easily outdo. Plus, again, they have a bonus against units in cover, meaning they actually benefit less from it. $90 versus 294. Coming 40 for the British Empire. Getting the Foxes, pulling on the flank here. Shoots and good penetrating hit here. Not that it really matters. Targeting rolling head here for Jibber. 11 kills, close to that T2. Guess he could be planning to go here for a Jagdpanzer, maybe in a Panther. He does have the resources of the Panther, he does have the population, so maybe that is what Jibber's planning, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Good shot there. 6-pounder crew there, utterly annihilated here by the Tiger tank, and its 88mm gun. Kampfwagen kaputt. Fine, got rid of that there, and no sign of the Panther here for Jibber. Guess he's too preoccupied with what's going on the front line. There we go, Panther on the way. That's for learn to play. A bit too many units actually call in more armour here. He's also lost all of his anti-tank guns, so there's definitely a challenge here for the British player versus Jibber. He does get a Panther to back up his Tiger and his Puma. Because this is a command Tiger that could, you know, buff the Puma and the Panther with its ability there. Not that anyone really utilises it, but it's there, it exists. Puma getting better near fleet. But there you go, Comet's going emergency war speed there, hitting the isolated target. Ooh, close one there. Puma dives through the smoke, goes over on flank, but the turret is faster than the Comet, and the Puma won't be able to flank it. There we go, got it. Better blow there to Jibber. Gammon bomb here, Jibber's not paying attention. Oh, good lord! Full wipe almost. Nope. Last man runs because the section gets suppressed, and he start the victory point grab there. £6 gun there for learn to play in the centre. We got a bit of bombardment as well. Tiger tank moving forwards. There's the Tiger tank. Medicine T2. Panther at the east. Heavy damage to the crocodile. £6 gun out there for learn to play. Too big to punch double control over the British player. Jibber needs to reclaim the super. He's actually starting to lose a lot of infantry support weapons, so while he still does, like, you know, have a Panther and a Tiger tank, they are perhaps going to struggle to get enough damage out of this as the rest of learn to play stuff. Panther versus South. Got the Panzer Commandant on that one. Command timer by in this section there. Orbs on by way, still not upgraded. That is rather impressive. But he may need some orbs done, to be honest. Good hit by the Comet, punches through the Panther's armour. Stand up from the west. Panther drains off into the Comet. The £6 gun here taking a lot of damage. Likely chances losing the Panther if he's unlucky. Crocodile moving forwards here. 21st Panzer showing that's got its backs against the wall here. As the British continue to steadily push on, we've got more Sturmpion on there for Jibber. His armour is heavily damaged and his repair pioneers are being overworked now. Finally getting the Ungief hit up in the orbital Darden. Titan on the move, he shoots. Decent hit there. Forces the retreat there. We got 48 versus 276. The situation here for the German army is deteriorating, and Jibber needs to launch some sort of like brilliant counterattack to completely throw back the English. But if he can't do that, and then I fear this may be GG. Like, one option would be somehow launch an attack through here, sneak up behind, unseat him through there, or through the east. But he needs to like launch some sort of flank attack with sufficient force to pull through there. But so far, Jibber's attacks seem to be more hesitant and probing, when hesitant and probing is not something he's got a lot of time for left. We got smoke bombs there. There you go, launching the attack to some degree, but there you go, Crocodile dealing with the infantry as part of the right flank attack. Tanking force heavy damage. Panther's not part of the attack. The Kevin's up the Crocodile, but the assault is just completely falling apart here for Jibber. Panther is on the move now, but the damage has been done. He's lost another infantry squad here. And just comparison, learn to play is yet to lose a single squad of infantry. Good hit by the Tiger tank and East Panther flanking the Crocodile. Driving in swiftly and deftly. Comet going for emergency war speed, bypassing like Kenneth by being caught in white phosphorus. Ace level Comet by as well, that is really dangerous there. Almost got the Tiger tank, and there we go, Tiger tank kaput. And Eastia Panther getting pelted with anti-tank grenades, got 24 points left for Jibber, there's 276. Symphony's next to go on, his armored force is on fire, or with a damaged engine, they might as well at this point be used as a toaster. Crocodile's going to go and exploit the exposed flank here of the Panther as well. Oh, got lucky there, I guess, from the Panther, but that's about it. He might even just pelt it with more anti-tank grenades at this point, honestly. Almost got the Panther, and this got a Sturmpion is what someone managed to break through, but to little avail. And there you go. You did get the crocodile with the panther, but that's about it, really. You got 15 versus 276. 15. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss here for Jibber, a victory for Learn to Play. A fierce fight here on Bocage with a lot of back and forth action, some nice maneuvers, some heavy armor. But at the end, I feel like Jibber just, when it came to it, like in part should upgrade those orbs soon, maybe consider some more. But also some light that I think we've done a lot of good alongside some slightly at times better coordinate attacks. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.